Oh, hello there. Heidecker's Habitat. It's right around 8:50 on Monday here on December 30th. I'm off work this week and decided, why not make a little oil changing video. And this is my 2019 Chevy Silverado High Country. I do have a 6.2 liter gasoline. I've changed the oil on this maybe once or twice before. If you guys look at my other videos, I have a couple kids and obviously those guys keep me pretty busy. But since I got some time, might as well save some money. You don't save a ton of money doing your own oil changes. I'm just trying to be real. But you'll save probably 20 to 30 bucks. I mean, oil is expensive now. I think what I get for mine is between $80 to $100, I think, for my oil change. When I take it into the dealer, depending on what deals they have. And I'm pretty sure, so I bought, I don't know if you can see it in the picture here, but I got two 5 quarts of Valvoline 0W20 full synthetic oil. I got these for $25 a piece. I only need 8 quarts in mine, so it's a little bit more, so that's 50 bucks. And then that a little bit more expensive oil filter there, the Purolator Boss. I think that ran me about $14. You can get them for about $10 if you go to like the Fram, or maybe even cheaper than that. So I'm not doing it for the cheapest I can do it, but I mean, just know that you'll probably save 20 to 25 bucks doing it yourself, maybe a little bit more, depending on what your oil is and stuff like that, and what filters. So I've been doing oil changes since I've been driving vehicles, and if not before driving vehicles. I've done all my parents' vehicles when I used to live with them. Did my wife's vehicles, my sister's vehicles. I mean, you name it. I've done quite a few oil changes. I'm still a beginner, so help me out. If you guys have any suggestions, comment down below. If there's any suggestions on video or how I'm taking the video, let me know. I'm going to start doing this a little bit more often. See what's out there. But I just got set in the shop, having myself a bush light. I got the radio rolling. Heater's rolling. I think she's about 30 degrees outside right now. So I just want to keep it a little decent in here while I'm working. So yeah, I'm gonna get going here. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, like I said, I got all my setup here. I have my OW20 motor oil, full synthetic advanced. I recommend it. I've been using Valvoline pretty much my whole life. I really don't switch unless I have to. I feel like they got the best deals. They have rebates on their oil. Things you'll need. So you got your oil. This 2019 Chevy Silverado 6.2 liter. I think mine takes just around about 8 quarts. So I have 10 quarts here. I have oil filter. I got the Purolator Boss. There's all sorts of ones that you can get for this, but this is the one I decided to go with this time. If you guys have any questions on what fits your truck, I mean, I can probably help out with that, but I just need kind of the specs on your truck and we'll get her fitted for you. Oil filter, wrench. Sometimes you don't need these, depending on the last guy who put them on. You should be able to get it off with your hand. If not, these come in handy. Couple funnels, an oil drain, my wrench kit here. I know I'm going to need the 15 milliliter on this one for my drain plug. So I'm going to set this one aside. Very important just to keep a couple rags out. I have some of this Fast Orange hand cleaner just in case my hands get all gunky. Disinfecting wipes, just something something to wipe my hands off. I also have gloves. I don't always wear these, but if you want to protect yourself, put them on and you don't have oil all in your hands, not going in your skin, things like that. So I'm gonna pop the hood right away. I'm gonna pop this. I'd rather have this open right now. Get in here. A little bit higher than I want, as you can see. There's the Dexos 0W20. That's where you're adding your oil. At the end, you're not at that stage. Obviously, we got to drain it first. The dipstick is on the left side. This yellow tab here, as if that's clear enough for you. I have old oil in here. I'm about 7,000 miles right now since my last oil change, so I am definitely due. But I'll show you the oil here in a minute. All right, guys, before I go under, I'm just showing you what I'm going under with. I have my lights under there already, but I got my 15 milliliter wrench, oil filter wrench, and my oil drain. So I'm gonna go crawl under there quick, and we'll see you in a second here. Underneath the vehicle now, you can see I'm under the left tire. Right tire's on this side. My two jack stands, very sturdy, very safe. I also have my my jack still compressed a little bit on the frame just as a safety, but I will show you where the oil plug and oil filter are located. So right down the center of the vehicle here, I'm gonna come up and you can already see the oil filter here. So this is your oil filter here. And this is your drain plug, if that's focused in there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab my 15 milliliter wrench, and I'm gonna start slowly taking that off. And then once I get that close, I will get my my drain bucket underneath here. Put my wrench in there, my 15 milliliter, give it a little tug, and it popped loose, so not so bad. Once these open up a little bit, so I'm twisting a little bit, I'm gonna get myself arranged. My drain bucket here. Put this up front. You guys probably can't see this. I'm gonna keep that eye on that right now. And then I'm gonna drop this, and just watch out for your sleeves here, because this stuff's gonna come spewing. You will have a couple splatters. If you got anything to protect, a piece of rubber or something, protect underneath on your floor in your garage, wherever you're doing it, I recommend it. Right now I don't have it. Kind of just praying. We'll see what happens here. Just slowly coming off. Should come out here in a second. There she comes. All right, so we're gonna let that drain out a little bit. I have the plug in my hand. I'm gonna clean that off really good with my rags, clean rag. Definitely recommend clean rags here. I'm kind of just like looking at it just to see what's on there, see if anything's coming out of the motor at all, but it looks really good. So I'm gonna clean this. We're gonna let this drain out. We'll most likely run a fast mode here. Just keep this rolling. All right, guys, I'm gonna cap this for now. It's not done. I'm not done letting this oil, but I'm just gonna put this in for a second because I want to go after this filter now. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna move my bin. Sorry you guys can't see everything down here, but I'll try to get a video of it after I'm done taking this filter off. So again, like I said, this could be your biggest mess. See, these sometimes are really hard to get off, but lefty loosey, I already have, I mean, this is good news. I can see it spinning. So the last person that did it did not over tighten it. It's coming off. It's just gonna take a second. I don't know if you guys can see it twisting, but it's twisting. Here it comes. All right, so I got it loose now, guys. What I'm gonna do is slowly start taking this off. This is where a mess starts happening. So here comes your first strips. I'm gonna let this strip out right now. Have your rag ready. This filter is gonna be full when you take it off. So once you get it down, make sure you have your bucket and then dump it right down in your bucket, because this will come out quite dirty. So I got the oil drain now, filters out. Still just kind of dripping down there for now, but I came back out. I wanted to get my new filter, my Purolator. And one thing I do recommend with this before going back down there is grab your new oil, crack that seal, and I'm just gonna slip my finger on there. And on this new O-ring here, I'm just gonna kind of lube that up. But I don't always fill this. I just think it's a little bit more of a mess, especially when you got to go back down there again. Just kind of let it fill by itself. But what I do like to do is make sure this is lubricated with the new oil. The new O-ring's ready to go. Comes off easy on the next one. As soon as you turn your motor on, this will filter right back in. So I got this lubricated. Close this back up. Wash my hands off again. We're just about done with the dirty part, guys. Have myself a cocktail. Go back in. Here we go. I am back down here, guys. Get my oil filter ready to go. I'm gonna try to give you a little, so there's where the oil filter goes back in. I'm just gonna clean that up a little bit before I put it back on, but I am gonna screw that back on here and kind of walk you through that here in a second. Just remember, I do not have my oil plug tightened yet. I'm gonna show you this in a little bit as well. All right, grab your oil filter, guys. Get mine going up there. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, as your dad or mom or somebody said, probably grandpa, somebody said to you at one point in your life. Righty tighty, get this seated back on. We have that new oil on the O-ring and threads. So this is just hand tighten, guys. Don't overdo this. Here's what I do. I typically get it on, hand tighten there, not too much. Then I go about a quarter turn off, and you just kind of feel it. You don't want to over tighten this. That's where you run into problems. So quarter turned off. All right, I feel good about that. Not over tightened, not too loose. Now I'm gonna get after this drain plug. So I got this back in. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, guys. And I do not, I'm not gonna show you the exact measurements here, but what I do with this, don't over tighten it, guys. This isn't rocket science here. So same thing. I don't have a whole lot of pressure on this, guys. As you can see, I'm not really hitting this very hard. So I'm gonna actually back it off and redo it. So I'm back off. And like, this is one hand, guys. That's it. You don't need much here. That's it. You're back on, guys. So I'm gonna clean this up. Clean this bottom up. The mess is now over. You might have one little mess once we do this next part, but we'll show you that. That'll be at the end. All right, looks clean. Nice and clean down here. Get everything where oil dripped into. Looking good. Let's move on. All right, guys, now that I am done going underneath the truck, I am gonna get this jack. The jack stands out from underneath. I'm gonna get my jack. Raise this thing back up. Get this lower. Right now, this truck is so tall. I'm almost 6 foot. I can barely get above it until oil in it. So, I'm gonna get these jack stands out of here. Here's a little time lapse. Alrighty. I actually grabbed a ladder, guys. This truck's still tall. To get in here and just do it right, you almost need a ladder. I don't know if I'm just short. I'm not. I know I'm 5'11", but apparently it's not enough. So I just removed the fill for the oil. And this is what it looks like, guys. SAE OW20 Dexos. I made sure I got the right stuff here. I have the Valvoline full synthetic advanced Dexos, so 0W20. Valvoline, sponsor me if you want. I'll keep doing these for you guys. Have a little beer break. Okay. I have my filter. Make sure this is clean, guys. Just make sure it's clean. Make sure if there's a filter in there, make sure it's clean. Once it's clean, get that sucker in there. Open your new oil. Like I said, this truck should take about 8 quarts. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna dump and start with this 5 quarts right away. Just to be sure, I am gonna dipstick this after this is in, but I'm gonna let the full 5 quarts go in first. Here we go. Dump that in there nice and slow. Don't overfill it. Again, this is not a race. The slower you go, the better off you'll be, trust me. I mean, this one does have a filter in it, so it's gonna take a little bit longer. Just gonna let this slowly drain down. It's a great time. Grab your cocktail. Take a little sip. Let this go. And I'll most likely get this thing on a fast P right here, because it's gonna take a little bit. Alrighty. Time to check the dipstick. I have about, I'd say 6.5 quarts in there. Take that out. Clean it up before I look at it. Get it back in here. I showed you where the dipstick was. I can show it again, just for easy purposes here. I'm gonna look at this. I have nothing yet. Nothing yet, so I'm gonna keep filling. That's why you check. You just don't know. I mean, I'm pretty positive it's 8 quarts. I'm at 6.5, so get one more quart in here and we should be good to go. This is gonna be close. I should be pretty close now. I have 7 quarts in there. Going down, draining down. Pretty simple process, guys. Yeah, and you know, it's tough to get set up and everything and have the right tools out, but I I promise you, it is actually pretty simple. It's just a matter of just going in and trying it. A lot of people are scared to work on vehicles or work on their houses, anything like that. You know, you gotta try it. If you really truly want to do it, you gotta try it. Give it a shot. Work slow, don't work fast, and good things will happen. I promise. You know, you gotta learn somehow if you want to learn this stuff. So you're gonna make mistakes, you know, but once you make a mistake, you usually, hopefully, don't make it again. So I mean, that's the main thing. If you keep making mistakes, you're obviously not learning from it. So just keep going slow, figure it out, learn from your mistakes. You know, if you got to spend, you know, probably mistake-wise, man, I can't tell you, probably $1,000 worth of mistakes, if not, probably more than that. In reality, it's just hard to think about all the mistakes. But overall, you do this stuff by yourself over time, and you're still saving money. So, and the knowledge that goes behind it, it's all worth it. So, let's check this dipstick one more time. Alright guys, we're on to something here. This is actually still draining a little bit, but I don't know if you can see it. It's gonna be really tough to tell, but I am about halfway on the dipstick. So I'm gonna let this drain through a little bit more. Got a little bit more to drain, and that should be good to start the motor here in a minute. Alright, so I got my truck started. Something important, if you got your garage door closed or whatnot, make sure it's open, cracked a little bit. I got it cracked right now, so you don't kill yourself in your garage. So I'm gonna let this run. You don't wanna step on the gas pedal or anything, just let it idle for a little bit. I'm gonna give it maybe a minute, turn this thing off. I'm gonna check it again. If I gotta cap it off, put a little bit more in, and then I'm gonna close the hood. Next step is resetting your dash, and I'll show you how to do that here. So let's give her a couple minutes here, and we're just about done. All right, guys, engine's off. I'm back in here. Grab my dipstick. Let me get it checked. I'll bring it over to you guys right now. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm still full. I'm gonna just clean this off one more time. Clean it, dip it back in. Give it a second. Bring it back out, nice and clean. I'm gonna look at it right away to see where it's at. So, as like I said, it's gonna drink a little oil when you start it up. So I gotta add a little bit more in. It's not gonna take much. All that really did is it filled that filter up. So I'll take my cap back off. And then it ain't gonna be much, guys. So let's start there. I'm gonna say that's gonna be it. And believe it or not, I don't know if you can see that, but I am exactly 8 quarts right now of oil in. I'm at this 2 mark of 2 quarts. So 5 plus 3, that's 8. So like it says in the manual, it's probably right, guys. It's probably right. I'll let this drain down and we'll check it one last time and we should be good to go. All right, final dipstick reading, guys. Sorry if it's full. Well, we're good to go, guys. Clean everything up. We're done. Last step, guys. I'm going to show you guys how to reset your dash for the oil monitor. Make sure you make a note when you do this by yourself to put a new sticker in the truck up on that windshield where the dealers put it, or put a piece of duct tape or some type of tape or some type of way so you can remember what your mileage is for the next oil change you got to do yourself, or for the dealer if you take it back in. Up to you guys. So I'll show you how to do this and let's call it quits. Well, this is it, guys. We are all wrapped up now. Truck is done. Ready for the next drive. I reset everything. I wrote down my new mileage for the next time I do this. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two and maybe you guys find interest in doing it. Super simple. Like I went through, there's nothing really that difficult on here. Just don't rush. That's the biggest thing. Take your time. Don't over tighten anything. That's a big deal. Otherwise, I mean, if you guys have any suggestions for me, video-wise or something about the truck, if you guys want me to try something, make sure you guys comment that down below. Also, another thing, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. That helps everything. That makes me want to keep doing this. It kind of gets me amped up to make more videos. I'm definitely going to be making more. A lot in this garage. I'll be doing a lot of reviews on things. I'll be doing more things with my truck, I'm sure. I got brakes to do here in a month or so. I have a new battery to put in, so there's a couple more videos coming, that's for sure. But otherwise, I do a lot of hunting, a lot of fishing. I have 2 kids, so do quite a bit of things with those guys. Some more videos coming. Thanks again. See you next time.